What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are back with one of our favorite YouTubers, Evan Edinger. This is America's weird anti-universal healthcare propaganda. I'm ready to go ahead and jump into this, but before we do, y'all know what I need. Slap that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon, all up top. You'll subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Guys, human, I talk back. You got a favorite video suggest you want to see me react to, you can subscribe to Patreon, or in the description section there's a Google form link. What we got, Evan?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a man giving American energy to British problems. My name is Evan Edinger, and the other day I uploaded a video with my friend Ian, an NHS doctor, in which I showed him some medical bills, and wow, you guys had a lot to say about it. That video did really well. Thank you guys so much. It's community video time. Also, today's video and many others this month are sponsored by Squarespace. If you want a website, domain, you name it, Squarespace, you'll hear more about them at the end of the video. If you're new here, on Fridays I like to upload community videos based on your comments on previous videos. And so, for the NHS one, like I said, that one, you guys had so much to say about it. We have John Wig, top comment, congratulations, 1,000 thumbs ups. The funniest part is some Americans will still justify the price to death.
That's
of
crazy.
Healthcare. Anyone who wishes for a more affordable healthcare is automatically considered a communist, Marxist, or socialist, terms that these fellas use interchangeably without understanding anything about each of them.
I swear to God, hey, shout out John, you wasn't lying about John. You were spot on with that comment, man.
Terms that these fellas use interchangeably without understanding anything about each of them. It's, yeah. I was making jokes about this in the comments where someone's like, why would Americans defend this? Because it's socialist? You want to be a communist? No! It is a little bit disheartening, but I do feel like most people that subscribe to my channel are pretty clued in about, like, things aren't the greatest on either side, by the way. Like, I'm not trying to be like, wow, the UK is sunshine and rainbows. No. Didn't you see my video where I was talking about the housing market? It's still a mess. And I'm a really big proponent of learning and finding out why you disagree with something and justifying it, sure. But if your justification is just based on your own miseducation, what are we going to say? You can't just call anything you don't like communism because you don't understand what the word means, okay? It just shows that you are just depressing the rest of society. Next up, we have Americans. Nothing is free. You're still paying for it in your taxes. Me. Yeah, but because everyone is paying for it in their taxes, you're each paying a shit ton less for it. That's how division works, genius.
That's a good kind. That makes a good point. That's a good point.
You're each paying a shit ton less for it. That's how division works, genius. Yeah. And it's not just Americans that are saying this, actually. There were a lot of British people in my comments saying things like, it's not actually free. It's just free at point of service. Yeah. And I'm like, listen, guys, as I touch the microphone, if you want to leave a comment like that, I totally think that's fine. Don't give me the benefit of the doubt. But maybe have, like, I don't know, the attention span to be able to watch more than 3 minutes of the video, because that was brought up multiple times. So that's one of those things where me as a creator, I just get frustrated by, like, the 20th time of someone going, it's not actually free. I know, but also it is. It'd be like if you were like, oh, can you grab me a tomato? I love vegetables. And then someone's like, did you know that tomato is actually a fruit? Yes, I did. Thank you. Congratulations. I still would like you to grab me a tomato. You know what this is a very bad analogy. Long story short, yes, everybody knows that it comes out of the taxes, and it still works out much cheaper, especially for the over 50% of people that make under the average salary. Okay, I think this just really goes to show that the average American really considers themselves just a future rich person who can continue f***ing over people that are poorer than them. Because that's the only reason I can really think of as to why people go, you're still paying for it, unless they...
I think I do agree with that. Although it would be more taxes, it would be a lot cheaper. Like, than just, like, even if you had to go to the hospital once, depending on what you have to go for, if you need surgery, good lord, you would love universal health care, know what I'm saying? Where everybody pays a little more in taxes, and then that way your surgery doesn't bankrupt you. Find it where you're in debt for the rest of your life because you go to a hospital once and your bill is all those taxes that they pay for the year. That's what your bill is. You feel? So, Lord forbid you having to go twice. And so, keep it going. And I think what he said, everybody sees himself as a future rich person. And so, I really like
The
that.
reason I can really think of
Or I really
as
agree
to
with
why
that,
people
my
go, you're still paying for it, unless they truly have such low comprehension ability, they do not understand basic math, which that is a possibility. And then they reply with, you're paying for other people, hence communism. Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
Annoying, tragic. Okay, but as a resident of the UK, I can just say that a junior doctor earning £12 an hour is outrageous. I agree. Your doctor should be able to afford the average price of a Nando's, for sake.
Facts.
Yeah, I genuinely did not know that Ian was only getting paid £12 an hour. Like,
What?
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I know that the NHS is underfunded, but I thought, I don't know, at least like 16, 17, 12? Only
For a
briefly.
junior,
We have
for a junior doctor? Yeah, you should get paid a lot more. I think you should get, bro. You helping save people's lives.
17, 12? Only briefly. We have from EKL. Plus, they don't have $600,000
That's
worth
true.
of student debt like they do in the US.
That's a good point.
That doesn't mean it's okay. Like, just
pay,
because
yeah.
you get bridled with stupid student debt in the US
Dumb
doesn't
student
mean
debt.
you get to be like, oh, that's why you're paid more. You know who else gets student debt? Everyone else in the States. Like, if that was just the case for doctors, fine. Sure. Not really, but okay. But the fact that I was bridled with student debt as a math major, and you can get bridled with student debt for studying history, for trying to
Yeah.
teach, for trying to do
Anything.
literally any job that
Anything.
requires a university education. Well, guess what? Why aren't those jobs paid more? Is everyone in the U.S. paid as much as doctors? No. Boom, roasted. Your point, invalid. Okay. I just think that doctors in the U.K. aren't doing it for the money. They're doing it because they actually want to
Yeah.
help people, as opposed to, I guess, to line their pockets. My mother
I
was
feel that.
walking around with a burst appendix for a week, and she didn't go until she absolutely had to. I'm sure there are so many other Americans who have died from this. Yeah, like, there's nothing else I can really say to that. That is just a sad, sad truth that it currently is in the States. That shouldn't be acceptable. But what are you supposed to do? I grew up desperately wanting to be an American. I believed that everything was superior there. Then I traveled and my eyes were opened. America is a great country, but sadly, I don't think it looks after its people well. That shocked me. Yeah, it's crazy how absolutely, like, strong American
feel
culture
that.
is,
I
you know?
definitely
Like, we've
feel
got
that.
so much strong culture with, like, the blue jeans. It's just the media, man. We've got so much, like, so many different films, so many different, like, American culture is ingrained in so many different countries' minds, you know? The fact that this Joe Campbell person has left this comment, that's not just one comment. So many people, I'm assuming, sound off in the comments. Like, I know so many friends that all they wanted to do was move to America, but then as they became adults, they realized that that is just not a smart move, and that this idealized American dream that is sold to us in the media is just not real. And it's really sad to realize this, but I do think things can change. Possibly. It just takes a lot of, like, this type of stuff. Education, talking about this
Big
stuff,
time.
and not just saying, that's bad because I don't understand it. I want young Ryan
Big
Gosling.
time.
Mom, you've got young Ryan Gosling at home. Ryan Gosling at home. Is that a neg? Is it? I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Okay, if I look like, I'm okay with being like Poundland young Ryan Gosling. Thank you.
He does have similar attributes to him. He does have similar attributes. Oh, definitely. I mean, definitely not Ryan Gosling, but similar attributes.
I'm okay with being like Poundland young Ryan Gosling. Thank you. You've got the bullets. That's him doing an impression of. Indeed. Next up, I thought this video was really interesting. Thank you. Usually it's just, this is how much it costs in the USA. Ha ha ha, it's free in the UK. It's interesting to know how much it actually costs the NHS to provide.
Yeah, that
this
was
service.
interesting
Thank you.
to see.
Yeah, I didn't want it to just be the same type of video that you can get from anywhere. I wanted it to be more interesting, not just for Americans to find out, like, oh, this is how it works, but also British people. Ian provided such good information. I'm very thankful. He's such a cool, smart lad who should be paid more, yes. But I just love
Yeah, I was very interested to see how much it actually costs to provide that service, and how much we're actually getting charged for it. That was insane to me.
A cool, smart lad.
Well, here we're getting charged for it here in
Yes.
America.
But I just love how you can actually get all that information, or at least at surface level, and hopefully it inspires more people to look into it a bit more. Can confirm U.S. health bills for heart attacks are insane. My grandmother had one earlier this year. The total bill was $150,000, and going through the individual charges was impossible to decipher. And so
that'll give you
frustrating.
another heart attack.
How is that legal? Just bizarre. My favorite was the mysterious $15,000 charge for materials that apparently weren't included in the room charge, bed charge, or the drugs charge. This is when you know you have a broken system, when you don't have transparency. That's why people don't trust this system, because it's untrustworthy. If you want a system that works, this is not one. Some of the most hilarious comments I've seen on videos like this are Americans claiming they subsidize our NHS because they pay the higher prices of medicines, drugs, Americans, etc. Of course, yes. I've actually gotten at least 2 comments on my videos saying, yeah, well, you guys only have it free because we pay. Wow. And that's really when you can tell that someone is so incredibly locked into their bubble and their ideology that there is like no escape. They genuinely can't get more information in their noggin. Like, it is very troubling that people would think that, but also because I've been in the US, because I understand how it works, that's just how people think, because
That's
America
crazy.
is the only thing that's really talked about, is only on their minds. So if you're hearing about something that's supposed to be better, no. I've heard too many songs saying America's the best country. So also, I'm pretty sure I heard on the news that there was a terrorist attack at one point in time in that country you're talking about. So yeah, you better be thankful that we've got soldiers over there probably, right? Right? Oh, this one's about my appendicitis. Since you were curious about the equivalent cost in the US, I went to my GP with these same symptoms, and she said it looks like I had appendicitis and sent me to the ER. It wasn't. Total bill was around $6,000, and I had to pay around $1,800 after insurance. This was for a few hours in the ER, in an ER bed, with a CT scan and a consult with the GI doctor.
That's
and this
crazy.
is the big point. And the fact that this type of thing happens so much really blows my mind, that so many people in my comment section will still say, this video's fake. Nobody pays that amount. Everyone has insurance. Okay. Even if everyone in the US had insurance, $1,800 for nothing actually except a visit to the ER. $1,800 after insurance. They've already paid for insurance and they still pay $1,800. Can you please wake up? Please wake up. All right.
I'm up, Evan. I'm up with you, bro. You know, woke me up. Videos on videos ago. I woke up. That's crazy. That's absolute. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Nothing happened, bro. It wasn't even been decided. It didn't. A CT scan, bro. Y'all are tripping. That cost the hospital next to nothing to do for him. And charged him $6,000, $1,800 out of pocket after insurance.
Pay $1,800.
It's wild.
Please wake up. Please wake up. All right. Hopefully you wake up and you're not in a hospital bed, because you won't be able to afford it. I feel bad. This video doesn't bring me any joy, by the way. I'm not like happy about this type of thing. It's just frustrating when you get so many people saying the same exact thing uneducatedly. All right. Is that even a word? The thing is, because I grew up in the States, I just know how this stuff works. As in, I know how ideology spreads. I know how hard it is to break out of your mindset of thinking that the US is the greatest country in the world. I remember having a conversation in college and someone was bringing up how like, oh, their cousin's Canadian and they just got free healthcare. And someone was like, oh yeah, but you have to wait for like months to be seen by a doctor, which is just not true.
What?
But that's just spread without even
wild.
thinking, because it backs up and justifies your ideology that America is the greatest country ever. There's no way around it. We have a comment here from Katie Berry that says, you know, watching this as a Canadian, where we have comparable healthcare to the Brits, I am mind-boggled that there are people in the US, mostly Republican as far as I know, that fight tooth and nail not to have health insurance and national health care, such as Obamacare. If you don't have private health insurance in the States, which is still gobsmackingly expensive, and you have even a little thing like a cut on your finger, you could easily pay $10,000 instead of here in Canada, which is nothing. What person would knowingly support a system like that? Honestly, the honest answer to that is people that are indoctrinated. There's no other answer to that. There's no logical reasoning to support that system except for if you are truly just uneducated and indoctrinated. There is no other way around it. The Kool-Aid is really, really delicious in the States. I can vouch for it. Ribena here, not that great. People just drink it, and they're very happy drinking it, and they do not have the ability to really break out unless people confront them and talk to them openly and educate them. So that's your mission for today. All right, lads, please go out and talk to people, not like unprompted, but like when this comes up and someone brings up something that is just flagrantly not true, educate them. Don't share my video necessarily, okay? I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers, but I said it, which means therefore I've kind of like told you not to do it, even though I want you to do it. You know what? The only thing I don't understand about the American healthcare system is why Americans put up with it. Now, no offense to you, Andrew, but it comes off mildly ignorant, only because do you think that they just put up with it? Like, it's not like they're in a situation to really do anything. The single person really doesn't have much power in this situation. Sure, we may tell stories of the American Revolutionary War and how we all turned aside and fought off the Brits, and then we, formed our own country. And that's really nice. But when was the last time any American really fought for anything and won? Such as this American healthcare. If you're dying on your deathbed and you have to choose between bankruptcy or dying, it's not like you're just putting up with it. You kind of have to. There's no other option. The only thing I genuinely think we can do to help change the situation is education, talking about it. What I'm doing right now, what you can do by just talking to someone and having the knowledge about how things actually work outside of your bubble. That's why I think the videos like this are so important, because people will continue to say like that's communism, that's socialism, without actually knowing. And I do feel like the longer time goes on and the more people like us are talking about this type of thing, the more Americans have a chance of fighting back against this broken system and getting the health care that they deserve. Now, on a more personal note, by the time you guys are watching this, I will not be living in this house anymore. Really, really stressful time for me. I honestly don't know where I'm going to be. It's only a couple days away, but maybe I'll be couch surfing, having my stuff in storage. But I'm incredibly thankful that during this stressful time, Squarespace have actually sponsored, like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of my videos, including this one. So I'm very, very thankful to Squarespace. But I'm also thankful to them because they've enabled me to have a more professional looking website that I never knew I could have before. I don't know if you've seen my Squarespace website recently, but I even just updated it to add my own blog. So not only do I have a web store, a standard home page, a portfolio, but I also have a blog in which I've detailed all the different gear that I use that at this point is probably in storage, how I use them, affiliate links and everything. And it looks just so clean and cool. And I'm so thankful about how easy that was to do. Just took me a couple days to do a little bit of writing, and now bam, a professional website, all thanks to today's video sponsor. So if you'd like to build an amazing website with Squarespace just like me, sign up to squarespace.com/EvanEdgar or use code.
Oh, that was, that video incredibly informative. And I always say Evan definitely educates in his videos as well as entertains, because he's a very entertaining guy, very funny guy. But he definitely educates, and you see all this stuff, and it's like, once you can't just keep seeing these videos and then just say they're all fake or no, that's not right. Like, no, like our healthcare is ridiculous. Point blank period. It's ridiculous. And there's a lot of things that we need to work on. I'm not saying U.S. is a terrible country. Just saying there's things we need to work on. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you think you're perfect, then you're not gonna think you have problems that need to be fixed, and we have problems that need to be fixed. But that's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite song, artist, video, anything you want to see him react to, you can subscribe to Patreon, leave a suggestion, or in the description section or the Google form link, hit the link, fill out your suggestion, send it to me. Want me to get to yours faster than others, fill out premium. Make sure you hit subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D Neal, out of here.